So hi everyone, welcome to the session today and continuing with the strip crown series and adding color to the crowns. So here are the crowns that we had done till the sessions that we have been doing. So as you can clearly see that we build up this maxillary central incisor 5-1 with a blue strip crown, then the 6-1 with lemon strip crown, and then we had done the session with the lateral incisor, that is the 5-2 with golden strip crown. So today a condition where the child might come with a cariously distracted lateral incisor and you plan to do the strip crown, and if you can provide them the choice of color and if the parents can accept that choice, then a good idea that you can do. Otherwise the normal white aesthetic crowns are the best crowns that you can definitely give. Now in this video I would like you to choose the color of this crown that we plan out. So we will move ahead with the step-by-step demonstration. This series is a demonstration procedure. To make it interesting, we are adding colors and beginning with the strip crown on tooth number 6-2 according to the FDI system. So let us plan out how we can do step by step. So first step always is identifying these crowns. So the strip crowns that we are doing over here are from 3M. So when we plan out, we need to select the size of the crown. So for that, either we should have the yes doctor, it should be in the tooth color definitely, but this video is made to be an interesting video so that we have the option to choose the color and we can provide different colors. So thanks for asking, and this option can be given to the parents. Thank you so much, doctor. So now for this lateral incisor, we select the size of the crown based on the mesodistal width. If we don't have, we select on the mesodistal width, average mesodistal width of the lateral incisor from the crown kit. So we are using the 3M crown kit and we select on the basis of the mesodistal width of the crown. If not, if both the tooth are distracted, there is no information available, what you can do is the selecting the crown mesodistal width of this the central incisor and then reducing it by 1 to 1.5 millimeter correspondingly for the adjacent lateral incisor to have the accurate size. Now the selection of the crown, when we select it, the crown that we selected over here for this lateral incisor, this one based on the mesodistal width. So what we need to do is, now since this is the crown, let us understand what it basically indicates. This is the size that has been mentioned over here and the crown for which it has to be placed, and it has two aspects, the labial and the palatal aspect. So this needs to be removed and there should be cutting of the cervical aspect so that now you can test it on the tooth itself. So see the anatomical consideration that the palatal aspect is having that palatal demarcations on the anatomical aspect where you can feel it also. So when you just cut the rim of this crown, so you don't lose the palatal or the labial aspect. So let us first cut it. You should have the curved scissor as we are demonstrating it. Cut from the cervical part and then proceed cervically so that you can cut it. So remember to keep this bulge intact. This bulge should be kept intact so that you are able to fill up the material and don't lose any anatomical aspect. And keep the margins smooth. Cut all these things. So once you cut all these things, try testing it on the tooth itself with the labial and the buccal aspect. So we are testing it now. So it would be larger right now. So what we need to do is, this is the time we need to cut it in the shape of this neck, in the shape of the cervical aspect. So we would cut it a little bit more from the corners. From all the aspects, and make it more smooth and little bit more shorter, and cut it more smooth. So your all the aspects should be cut nicely and make it more smooth. Cutting it all the way. This is the cervical margin that we are forming it, a rounded margin that you can see over here. We have made it little short now, and now we will test it, the crown. So now you can see how the crown is coming up. So it is coming up nicely in the aspect, the short length of roughly around 1 to 1.5 mm according to the lateral incisor anatomical aspect. Cervical margins covered up, and similarly at the palatal aspect also. So this should be covering nicely from all the aspects. So now is the time, or beginning with the third step. So the third step is, we will choose the color now. So we have the color guide over here. So we have the first color pink, blue we have already done. Then there is golden, which we have already done. Yellow, the orange, the silver, the green, and the berry color. This is the golden color. This is the greenish or the lemon color, as you can see, and this is the berry color. So choose the color. If I see on the poll, the 100% voting is done for the pink color. So over here we are choosing the pink color to fill up the shade. So let us select the pink color. So we select this pink color, and we would fill up the pink color in the composite. So we would insert this pink color in the compule gun. So now our pink color is ready, and this time we need to switch off the light, otherwise the composite would get cured. Remember to follow all the aspects of doing the etching and the bonding, application of the etchant and the bonding agent, so that the composite, the technicalities of the composites are fulfilled. So now adding that color. So we have chosen the pink color over here. So now we would fill up the pink color. and in the increments of 3 we are going to fill up. See how we are doing it. And then condense it with the help of ball burnisher. Now I have started with the pink color, as the voting was 100% for the pink color and we had to move on. So this is the first increment of composite that we have added, and what we have to look for is that this composite should go to the incisal edge and include the meso-incisal and the disto-incisal angle. So condense it nicely and check for yourself that the composite is being filled. You can little bit compress it also, so that the meso-incisal and the disto-incisal angles are filled. So here it is filled nicely. Now you can add the second increment. So now add the second increment over here and condense it well. See, we have not made any holes or any puncture at the any side, as any excess, if 3/4 of this crown is full, then any excess would easily eliminate from the cervical part, which you can remove it. And now going with the third increment. So this will be our last increment. Do not fill up to the rim, just the cervical aspect. 3/4 of the crown is enough when you have not made any holes for the material to extra material to go away. So this is just a 3/4 crown, leaving behind 1/4 empty, and check for whether your incisal edge is intact. As you can see over here, everything is intact. Condense it nicely. So this completes our fourth step. So now coming to the fifth step, where we are going to place it, and remember to keep the side identification, which is the labial aspect or which is the lingual aspect. So over here you are able to see it. And now we are going to place the crown. And check for it. So you can now see that the excess material has come out from the cervical aspect, and this can be easily carved. So remove that excess material. So filling the 3/4 crown is sufficient, and don't overfill up to the rim. This excess should be removed now only before curing, so that you don't need to do any finishing and you may lose the luster of these crowns. So once you carve it, this is the time again you need to just condense it little bit more. And now done, and this is the time you can cure it. Check for the cervical aspect on the palatal side. There's nothing should be extra. Now let us proceed with the sixth step, that is curing. So now is the time to cure it. Curing for roughly around 40 seconds is enough. You have to follow all the technicalities of the composite, etching and bonding the tooth. I am not highlighting those steps as that are the usual considerations. Here it gets cured, and this is the time we can switch on the light to see the shining pink color. Now you can appreciate the shining pink color of this. So now it's the time we need to, in the final step, we need to remove this strip crown that is hanging so that we get the composite only. So we can engage the probe is one of the best things so that we can get the purge point over here. See how easily it will come, and it will come in one single point. If you get this crown broke off, I think this was not cured perfectly, so that's why it broke off. So nothing to worry, we can do the different color. So we have the other color also ready, and we can go with this color. So let us choose the silver color now. It would be more good. We need to cure it more. I was in a hurry not to waste the time, but let us go quickly and add the silver color. So here we choose the silver color, and we would fill up this crown with the silver color. So we need to cure it nicely, otherwise this might happen. So these are the considerations that we need to look for. Now adding the first increment of silver. And condense it. And again adding the second increment. Now we are going quickly so that we have understood the basic steps. This is the second increment. Look for the incisal edges, it should be completely filled along with the meso-incisal and the disto-incisal angle. See, there is a void at this part. So you can just compress it a little. And now is the time to fill the third increment. So now fill the third and the last increment. And then condense it nicely, otherwise if the packing is not good, the crown may break. Our last increment was little distorted, so we need to fill it a little bit more. So now your 3/4 crown is filled. This is the time you can begin with the final step of curing. Identify the sides. And then place it. So this is the silver color that you are seeing over here. Again, remove the excess that we did for the pink color. So do not leave the things for finishing up, as finishing otherwise would take a lot of time. Also remove the material from the palatal aspect, that extra material that you see over here. If you see, just remove it. Done. So there is a little material at the corner. So now condense it. And finally have a little bit more condensation. And let's cure it now. In the final step, curing it. Earlier we didn't do enough curing, so that's why it chipped off. Curing for around 40 seconds should be done, or is usually enough. But since it is a thicker increment, so you may need a little bit more time. So this is how the increment or the lateral incisor looks like after adding the silver color. Look at the shine for this lateral incisor. We added the pink color, but that chipped off, so we got to this step. And now is the time we can just remove that flap of the composite strip crown. You may be able to identify the pulse point anywhere. Mostly in the corners you may be able to identify. So over here at the palatal aspect you are able to find out that pulse point. So now carefully remove it. So this flap gets removed nicely now. So this is how your composite looks like. And this is the time you can begin with the finishing work. This is the silver color that we had done today. This is the lemon, blue and the golden color. So do comment which color you like the most. And the last part that remains is the finishing. So what you can do is just use the finishing bar and remove that excess from the cervical aspect. So these are the different colors that we get for the strip crowns in different shades. Do let me know which color you like the most. And this is the incisor aspect that looks from above. And the palatal aspect, you can finish it up more to bring it up the shine. So hope you are able to understand it, the steps usually, and the strip counts that you would like. So if you have any queries, you can ask in the comment section, and how we can plan out for the canines also. We can do the same things and modify with the help of the strip counts, the canine and all. So thanks for watching, and we would meet up in the next session. Till then, bye bye.